everybody.
We are finally back.
It's been a while. I feel like it's been so long.
Yeah, it's going fast.
It is. It's going so fast. Time is flying.
Watching him get older is hard. He already looks so different.
He does. He's already gained a lot of weight even. It's crazy. We wanted to come on today and just give you kind of an update of how things are going in general and with the baby and all that stuff. We've had so many people reach out to us on Instagram, which if you don't follow us there, you definitely should. It's Love by Two Moms. Go find us. But we've had so many people reach out to us and just give us well wishes and ask how things are going, and it's just, you guys are so sweet. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty
nice.
awesome.
Well, to start, I wanted to talk about kind of us and how we're doing and how like my healing is going and all of that kind of stuff. If Mr. Man here will stay asleep for a little while.
He's not likely. He's feeding so often.
He's been a little fussy lately. But as far as like healing going, I'm doing really well. It's been just over 2 weeks now since he came. I don't feel like it was as bad as I really thought it was going to be.
It's not as bad as I prepared for it to be.
Like I was sore for sure, but I just imagined it being much, much worse than it was for me. Maybe I got lucky. I don't know. He came really, really quick.
Right.
Like from the moment I woke up at 1:45, which if you guys haven't seen our birth vlog, it's probably the best one we've ever done. You should definitely go check it out. But from the time I woke up at 1:45 to him being here was 11 hours or so. So it was really quick.
Especially for your first baby. It said in the video, like, nurses and stuff, like, nobody believed us that she was progressing as fast as she actually was.
But, like, the labor, it was quick, but his birth itself was really quick. I pushed through a contraction and a half, and he was here.
It was like, what, 4 pushes? 3 pushes?
Something like that, yeah. So nothing crazy at all. Like, it wasn't this long extended labor like I hear a lot of women having. I think I got really, really lucky that it was quick and fairly simple for me. Dare I say that? I'm probably like jinxing myself for the next time we have a child.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be like 41 weeks.
I know. It's gonna be like a 36-hour labor. We'll see. We'll see when we get there.
So I think some of the things that happened were because it was so fast. The heart arrhythmia, low blood sugar, and then after he came out, some of the issues were like it was slow for you to actually get milk from colostrum, which they said could have been because he came so fast, your body didn't have time to really like switch over.
Do what it was supposed to.
And then one of like her biggest fears too, before we actually made a video on like the biggest fears the night before she went into labor, and we were going to put it out for you guys, and then we decided you probably wanted to see the birth vlog instead, so it was pointless to go back. But it was tearing.
Yeah, I mean, I was really nervous that I was going to tear really bad, which tearing is normal. Most people tear. I happen to have second-degree tears for his birth, but I have a few stitches, but
nothing like
I imagined.
Yeah.
I freaked myself out so bad about tearing.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be from one end to the other.
Because you just read all these horror stories about women tearing so bad. So, I mean, overall, I'm feeling pretty much back to normal. My biggest thing so far has just been how hard breastfeeding has been. And Brittany can attest to this. I have been trying so hard to eat well and to make sure that, like, I am producing enough milk for him, and I'm so worried about it, and I need to stop because he's clearly growing just fine.
He's growing like a weed. Like,
he's a monster now compared to what he was. But it was really hard, especially the first week and a half. I was so sore, scabbed, I was emotional, like it was hard. We went to that breastfeeding class, but and it was really helpful and informational, but I don't feel like it prepared you well enough for how emotional it was going to be and how hard it was going to be.
They don't prepare you for how time-consuming it is. I mean, it is literally
full-time job.
All you do. By the time she got him latched and he fed, then he'd be okay for like an hour, and then it would be right back to doing it again. We were trying to get his blood sugar up. She's also trying to pump for supplementation. So she was also trying to pump after she was feeding. So it was just nonstop. Like, that's all she was doing. It was trying to get milk. Trying to get, like, over and over and over and over again.
And at first, like, after I gave birth, I didn't have an appetite, and I didn't realize how much I needed to still eat to be able to produce enough milk for him. One of my friends was like, you're not eating enough. Like, this is your issue. You need to eat more. So I had a hard time even, like, making myself eat enough calories to be able to produce what he needed. He, in the last couple days, has been wanting to eat a lot again.
Cluster feeding, but cluster feeding, like, nonstop.
Yeah, like, he wants to stay latched for, like, an hour or more. He may be going through growth spurt or something. I don't know. I'm kind of letting him lead the way.
He's the one that knows how to make your milk supply come in like it should, and like how much it should, like, that's that connection, like,
it's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah.
Science and, like, the human body, and it's so crazy. Yeah. Speaking of being emotional, I have definitely had some interesting emotions and hormones since he's come. I would say probably even more than I had during pregnancy. Times where I want to look at Brittany and just cry. Like, having a newborn is hard. Like, it's awesome and it's sweet and it's so amazing because, like, you have this tiny human that's depending on you for everything, but it's hard.
And you're so sleep deprived that makes it even harder.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole change to the relationship between her and I. Like, we made a pact before he was born, like, that we would intentionally make that a focus because we knew it was going to be hard. But I don't think we prepared ourselves for how hard that was going to be.
Right. I just feel like our attention was constantly on him, as it should be. I mean, he's brand new. He's figuring out everything, right? When he is sleeping in, he'll let us put him down, which is not very often. To, like, spend that time together and make sure we're still communicating with each other, that kind of stuff. But it's definitely, like, I can sit here and say, I miss her. I miss the relationship we had. Not that I would, I would take this back for anything.
Oh, no way.
It's a different time in our life right now.
We're a pretty rare couple in the sense that, like, if we have time that we can be together, we are together.
I keep telling myself, like, this stage is temporary. And I'm going to, love it while it's here. And then, I'm going to look forward to the next stages when maybe we do get a little more time together.
Mm-hmm. We would not change this.
No, nothing at all. Like, he's the sweetest little thing. And I still just sit there and stare at him all the time.
And it's just the process of it, like, yeah, you made that.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
You have no idea how much you can love somebody until you have a baby. I love him, but, like, I really have fallen deeper in love with her. It blows my mind. It's just such an interesting twist of events.
You're the best.
We need sleep. Desperately need sleep. We thought we had it down so where we could switch off every few hours. We started swaddling him really tight, like swaddle sleep sacks. We thought we'd have it so he could sleep for about 2.5, 3 hours. And then that all changed. And now he wants to sleep for about an hour. Maybe an hour 45, yeah. Maybe.
And then he's up and he wants to eat again. So sleep it's not really happening right now. But that's okay, like I said.
It's all worth it.
It's temporary. And he's worth it, yeah, for sure.
We're just telling you some of the challenges and some of the things that are definitely different that we knew we weren't going to be getting sleep, but you can't prepare yourself for the lack of sleep. And
one of the things that Brittany mentioned, we like to be around each other, obviously, but she wants to, like, be close while he's feeding. So something that's been different for her is the housework. It's not getting done because we're spending time with the baby. And that's okay.
My productivity has gone out the window because when she's feeding, and I'm like, oh, I want to sit there with you guys. Like, I just so badly, I want to be a part of it. And it's not like I can be like, oh, let me feed him. Like, it doesn't work that way. So then that's the time when, like, I could really be getting things done. And I'm not.
No, but like I said, I think it's just, we are doing exactly what we need to be doing. We're getting to know our child.
Yeah.
And we're spending time with him, and we're bonding with him, and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't care about the housework right now. I'd rather us do what we're doing and form this attachment with him and get to know him. And
I care a little bit, but that's just because it makes me really anxious. I don't like getting behind on things or trying to play catch up. I just like to do them as they need done. Then I don't feel like...
It'll come back.
Yeah, it's... I get like a task done a day.
Hey, it's better than no tasks a day. We put the dishes away.
Yeah, we make food.
We do.
That's good.
We do. We made dinner like every day last week.
Yeah. See?
We're good. We're totally good. So one of the other things that I'm struggling with is just my body image and where I'm at right now. I have, like, no clothes that fit me. Like, my pre-baby clothes are nowhere near fitting me, right? It's only been 2.5 weeks. But also, like, my maternity clothes don't really fit either. So I'm stuck in this, like, limbo. And I'm wearing, like, stretch pants every day and maybe pajamas all day. But I'm just having kind of a hard time with where I'm at. And I know that, like, it took me 9 months to gain this weight. So I need to give myself some grace with getting it back off. And getting to a place that I'm comfortable. But it's hard.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, it hadn't even been 2 weeks. And she was like, well, I thought because I was breastfeeding I was going to lose. I was like,
why does it have to all off by now?
2 weeks. 9 months on, at least 9 months off. Losing weight is harder than gaining it.
I am aware of that.
I know you are. I think that's part of the stress is that you've been through it, you know the challenge of it.
Yeah. But I'm really excited to be able to start working out again. I'm not able to for, another 3 weeks? Until I go back to my postpartum visit. So hopefully by then I'll get the clear and I can get back into my usual if.
Then I get a workout partner back. It'll be wonderful.
If the baby will let us have
fun.
We'll see. We'll see where he is by then.
He's going to come with us to training sessions too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Enough about me. Enough about us. Let's talk about the baby.
Alright, Pax, we're going to talk about you. What you think, baby bear?
He's sleeping.
He thinks he should stay sleeping right now. It's just
It's a
probably
good idea. So he's 2 weeks old, 2.5 weeks old.
Yeah.
He's just over 7 pounds, we think.
I say just about around 7 pounds.
So when he was born, he was 6'4". When we left the hospital, he was 6'1", and then at our first doctor's appointment, he was 6'1". So we went back the week later for a weight check to make sure he's gaining weight, and he was 6'11". He gained 10 ounces in a week. So we're guessing he's 7 pounds or more now.
Which is like, it's huge. If you hold him, the difference between 6 pounds and 7 pounds
it's crazy.
is crazy. Yeah. Like the size of his head, the size of his little fingers, and like everything. It's so crazy how much bigger it is.
So he's starting to be able to fit into some of the newborn clothes, like the smaller end of the newborn clothes rather than the preemies. This is still preemie.
Yeah.
But he's definitely getting bigger. Like even his hands and his fingers look bigger to me.
So that's another thing that is heartbreaking. He has really bad baby acne, and it's really sad.
It is really sad. I'm afraid, like, adult acne can hurt, you know, but I don't want his to hurt. And we're trying to, like, make sure we wash his face every day with, like, really mild soap, and we don't put any lotions or anything on it.
If you guys have any ideas about baby acne, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah. Baby's getting hungry, so we're gonna
have to kind of speed through this last little bit here.
A couple people have messaged us and asked about his heart arrhythmia and his blood sugar. There has been no other evidence of any kind of heart problems. He had 2 EKGs in the hospital and they both came out completely normal. So, thank goodness for that.
Yeah, we think it was just because of the labor and everything going so fast, and they said that's, that can happen sometimes.
Same with his blood sugar. It was too low for like a day and a half, 2 days, but once he started getting more to eat, it kind of figured itself out, and he's been fine since then.
Yeah, once we started supplementing more.
Yeah. His sleep has gotten better and worse at the same time. We are swaddling him. He really likes to be swaddled really tight.
Like swaddle sleep sacks really tight, yeah.
And he will sleep harder now, but because he wants to get up and feed more often, he's sleeping for shorter periods of time. So we're figuring it out.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, I think in a week it's going to change again. And I think it's just going to be kind of evolving right now. Different things we don't, no matter how much we try to set a pattern, I don't think we're going to get this specific pattern and routine right now.
Yeah. He's been having a lot of, gas issues. I don't know if, his tummy is just still trying to get used to breast milk and stuff like that. But he's definitely had some gas pains, so we've been trying some different things for that. We're working that out, too. It's definitely painful for him, and it makes me really sad to watch him.
He starts really getting fussy and screaming once he starts getting a few farts out. It gets a little better.
And with this fussiness, we've been giving him a binky, which I was kind of against in the first few weeks because I was worried about, nipple confusion and messing up his latch and stuff like that. But since he's kind of figured out his latch with me, I have kind of relaxed a little bit with the binky. So he'll have it a couple times a day, not for a super extended period of time or anything, but just to help calm him down when he wants just that sucking soothness. Yeah. So.
Which is good, because it's helped a little bit with his fussiness.
Yeah, a little bit.
Thanks.
Did you want to talk about bath time?
Yeah, so I always thought the best idea for baths was just to have him get in with me. From before she even got pregnant, I think I talked about that. We tried our first bath with him in a little tub thing. And we know you can do the sink baths, all that stuff. But the second bath we tried with me just getting in, and then from there on out, that's what we've done. And he's so much better. And he actually really loves water.
Yeah, he doesn't scream the whole time. In the first 24 hours video that we did, he screamed the entire time. Yeah. It was so sad. But he definitely likes it better when he can lay against you. And
he can lay against me, and then sometimes I'll just put him so he's not actually floating. Obviously, I'm still holding him. But so he can just be back in the water, and he loves it. Yeah. He'll just instantly just, it's so cute. It's a lot better because he's not screaming the whole time, so it's not so dramatic. And I love it.
Yeah. He does want to be held most of the time, which I don't know. I've been told you can't spoil a newborn. He likes to be held a whole lot. He likes to be close to us. We both have carriers that we can wear him in that kind of like squeeze him a little bit, and he does really well in those. He can be pretty fussy, and you put him in one of those and he goes right to sleep. Yeah. So those have been pretty saving recently.
Too. It's that tightness, which is like that's what he's used to in the womb. So that I mean, it makes sense. Right. It just makes it really hard to get anything done again. Yeah. Productivity is pretty much non-existent.
But it'll happen again. Yeah. I'm not worried.
I'm not either. We'll get there when we get there.
What about the dogs?
So we've had some really, really cute moments with the dogs. The only thing is, like, they love him. Rozzy, our tan dog, just wants to lick him, which we're not quite letting that happen.
No.
But I think I put in a story the other day on Instagram how she just came up and snuggled with him while he was on a playmat. It was the cutest thing ever. Like, put her little paw up, and like, both of them want to be close to him as long as he's not crying. When he's crying, they both kind of just perk up, but they don't know what to do about it. So sometimes, like, Nadia gets scared and she kind of runs away.
I mean, his crying is
high.
Loud and it's high-pitched.
High-pitched. But overall, they've been doing phenomenal with him.
Really, really good.
And Nadia is super gentle with him. Just wants to, like, and then put her head down.
But, I mean, overall, we've just been, like, really spending a lot of time together with him, getting to know him, and I think we're figuring it all out pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're doing great. I think the hardest thing is, and what everyone tells you, is the lack of sleep. And you don't know your child, and your child doesn't really know you yet.
Right.
Like, you guys have a connection, but you don't really know what each other are going to be like outside in the real world.
Right.
So it's just kind of figuring all that out. And it's really a beautiful and amazing process.
Oh, no.
Like, no, he just really wants to eat. He's trying to feed.
Guys, and that's our cue.
So we will catch you later, and I guess we'll talk to you next Monday.
Bye, guys.